So we have a new project on the Maiar Launchpad, and it begs a couple of questions. First, why it is on the Maiar Launchpad, what is AshSwap's utility, and why the Elrond ecosystem needs them. I will explain all these three questions in just a second. Now, before we deep dive into these questions, I just wanted to make a summary. As you can see on the Maiar Launchpad, AshSwap is already added. It has been for a week at least. And as you can see, the title is Adding Orders of Efficiency to Market Liquidity with AshSwap, the Stable Swap DeFi protocol. And the keyword here is the Stable Swap DeFi protocol. We will go into that in just a second. As you can see, we have 70 million Ash tokens for sale in a value of $2.8 million. And as we are used to, the price per token is $0.04 or 4 cents. The eligibility tiers, the snapshots, the KYC guides are the same as they were before on other projects, but we will go into that as well in the next video. Today I want to talk about why AshSwap is needed in the Elrond ecosystem and what is the utility. I think we need to understand that. Now, as you are probably used to or you are aware, the projects on Maiar Launchpad are quite VIP. This is only the 4th project in the last 10-11 months. Therefore, they are choosing very wisely what projects to be on the Maiar Launchpad. They need to be VIP. They have everything working. They cannot be experimental. And at the launch, the product, or the service the project offers needs to be functional. That is obviously something very important to keep in mind because they are not launching only on promises, and the Elrond team assures that the product is functional at the launch. Now, what is AshSwap? What is the utility? As you can see, it is very different from other projects. I mean, we had Holoride, which is the metaverse playing in the card project. We had Ethereum, which is the data protection project on the blockchain. And we had Cantina Royale, which is a Web3 game. AshSwap is more technical. It's a DeFi protocol, and it is not something which is coming with a hype. It is not something which might or might not be hyped. It is something which is needed in the Elrond ecosystem. It is needed for the Maiar exchange in order to take it to the next level. And that next level is Stable Swap. As you can see, probably here it is on the Maiar exchange. If you go to swap, you can see that you have only one stable coin, and that is the USDC. You don't have anything else, and you cannot swap from USDC to USDT. The reason you can't do it is because there is no smart contract for that. There is no protocol for that. And to understand that, I'm going to explain to you very briefly what is the difference between centralized exchange swapping stablecoins and the DeFi swapping stablecoins. As you know, on centralized exchange, they have certain amount of stablecoins in USDT, USDC, BUSD, so on. They are backed at their minting factory or at the bank. On the centralized exchange, you can swap between them. It will not affect at all the price because you don't own it. The liquidity provider is one guy, the centralized institution, Binance, Coinbase, whatever you are using. And whenever they see that one of the stable coins are, let's say, decreasing in the amount, so in supply, they just bring more from Tether, from USDC, from Circle, or whatever stable coin they are using or people are using. Now, in the DeFi protocol, this is very different because the liquidity is provided by the people, who are looking their tokens, they are looking their stable coins into the smart contracts. And this could imbalance things. To understand that, you have to understand how the market maker or the automated market maker is working. Now, let's take as an example the price discovery. You already saw that if you look in tokens, which is the project token, could that be the CRT, the Holoride, the whatever, you are decreasing the price. If somebody is looking in more e-gold to buy that certain coin, they will increase the price, and that is because the automated market maker protocol is calculating the price, the actual price, based on how much token, how much supply and demand is locked in that protocol. And at the end of the session, at the end of the price discovery, you will get a certain price for that token. It is affected by how many people want to buy and how many people want to sell. Now, with stable coins, this is very, very different because we don't want the price to fluctuate. Stablecoin is our resort where we can just cash out and wait and be sure that our token's value is always $1. And that is the important stuff. Now, in automated market makers, If the stablecoin would work the same, then based on how much USDC and USDT is locked in the protocol would fluctuate the price. But we don't want that because we want all the stablecoins to be at $1. Therefore, AshSwap is doing the same thing as Curve is doing on the Ethereum blockchain. They bring another protocol, another algorithm, which nevertheless how much locked token is in the DeFi protocol, the stablecoin's value is almost $1. Now, why this special algorithm is needed? Because they could just lock in a lot of value and make sure that the fluctuating or the transactioning volume never surpasses a level where the price of the token would be depegged, let's say. Well, for that, you would need a very high amount of stablecoin, USDC, USDT, BUSD, whatever stablecoin you want, locked in the protocol, and only a small percentage of that could be used for transactions. And that would mean that those who are locking in, because now the liquidity providers are not the centralized institutions, they are the community. The people who lock that in for a certain fee, for the staking fee, obviously, they would get a very low amount of staking fee. It would be 0.00 something %, because out of, I don't know, $10 million of locked stablecoins, only $10,000 or $100,000 could be actually used for volume, for transactions, and that is obviously not enough. And we could see it here in the analytics if it would load for me right now. The volume, the transaction volume is multiple tens of millions of dollars, and that would mean that they would need to lock in more than $1 to $3 billion. And at this moment, the community doesn't really have that much money. It would take, I think, billions of people to lock in that amount of stable coins for a fee. And the fee, I mean the reward which they get for locking them in would be very low. Therefore, the Elrond ecosystem needs a separate algorithm which will keep the stable coins price at $1 even if all the liquidity is used for the transaction. Hope this is understandable. If it's not, leave a comment in the comment section and I will do my best to explain it a bit better. And we got to the point where we can ask, okay, but why the Elrond team doesn't do this? Well, if you have somebody who already done it, why would you do it? I think we need to understand that at this point for Elrond team, the vision or the goal is a bit higher. It's not to build these smaller protocols. That's why they created a whole mainnet, because they could bring in other projects which bring utility, these kind of utilities which they can also use. They can add their 1 cent, let's say, to the ecosystem, and they build the whole features and the whole ecosystem by launching, adding and using other projects utilities. And I think this is a good thing. The Elrond team is doing something very interesting. This is only my opinion. This is how I connect the dots. I will make a video a bit later about that, probably after X day, because I have a feeling that a lot of things will be revealed and I will get a confirmation about my hypothesis, let's say. So let's go forward. What you need to do to participate in this project. Now, if we go to the Maiar Launchpad, as you can see, you will need to connect your wallet and you will need to do your KIC. I'm not going to do the KIC right now in this video because I'm going to do it separately, probably tomorrow. I heard that there are some problems and I want to make sure that those problems are coming from the people, from the users, not from the KIC provider. Therefore, I'm going to use the same technique, the same process as I used for the other trees. I had all my KICs always approved in one go, and I want to make sure that this is the case as well. And if it's not, obviously I will flag it to the Elrond team. Hope it is understandable to everyone what is happening here, why AshSwap is important for the Elrond ecosystem. I hope everyone gets a lottery ticket to participate in this public sale. It is a very good moment to do this because yesterday we had a big dump, but all the prices just came back. Therefore, we might see an uptrend in the next couple of weeks until everything turns down again. If it does, who knows, maybe this was the bottom. We will see. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I see you tomorrow with the KIC video. Take care.